If that isn't how this is gonna go, I don't know what will. Hello! It is time for the Galaxy League preseason. We're gonna get straight into it and let someone who isn't me talk by introducing my co-commentators for the night. Hello! Why don't we go through this in alphabetical order on Discord if you want to introduce... Oh, wait, I need to move over to live on air.
Oh, dear goodness.
Oh, dear goodness, indeed. That would be responsible of me. I'm just gonna pull everyone in it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Would you like to introduce yourselves for the stream? Starting with, hopefully, the home commentator for the name of the team is skipping my brain because I'm very professional. The home commentator for the Spitballs. Dark, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm mildly ill, but that won't stop me from enjoying some baseball. And unfortunately, the home commentator for the Wilds is mildly indisposed at the moment. Today, we have our preseason for the league, which means that every team will play once in basically the equivalent of a random stadium. And yeah, we're just going to get straight into it so that we can start introducing our teams. Our first game of the night is going to be the Spitballs versus the Juniors, I believe they're called. So let's get that set up. Let's get that loaded in. Now, Dark.
Yes.
As the home commentator for the Spitballs going into the season, while we double check to make sure that everything's in order, what do you think their goals are heading into their first season with Waluigi as captain?
Okay, so I think with the Spitballs, I think Waluigi's really focused on trying to focus on batting is, like, even though he wasn't able to get big hitters like King K. Rool or PD Piranha, there's some decent talent in there. The question is seeing how chemistry is with that team, but it's going to be a very interesting team to look at.
Well, we'll see how they fare in their first match here today, which is going to be on Daisy Cruiser Night. Their opponents for the day are going to be the Bowser Jr. Rookies, featuring a hell of an interesting team here, full of Bowser Jr. and his minions, deceptively solid clutch hitters in Hammerbro and Critter there, with a decent pitching backline. Bowser Jr., of course, going to taking the force, but Green Magic Koopa is on this team. The Goombas, solid relief hitters when needed, and runaway favorite, Cookie, makes her debut in the league. It looks to me like we are all good to go here. So we're going to get started on the first preseason game of the Galaxy League, name pending. I don't know if I want to call it the Flyball Galaxy League yet, or the Home Run Galaxy League. I'm debating on adding on an extra word at the start, but pending any player protests, let's get this show on the road. Daisy Cruiser, a stadium that we saw last season, but only during the daytime. At night, it's a little bit more open looking, but deceptively dangerous with those fish splashing in the outfield. The fence is, of course, just as close as ever, so we should see some nice home run action, but we won't see any from Hammerbow as he starts his contest.
Yeah, Villager got that first out. I think another thing to note, for the other team to watch out for is just the pitching depth for the Spitfire, because Waluigi's a very good pitcher.
What do you think? Who do you think they're going to bring up to relief once Waluigi gets tired later in this game?
I would say probably the best option that team has is probably Blooper. He's probably one of the better pitchers on that roster.
Well, we saw Blooper make a standout pitching performance in the CPU Classic earlier. We'll see if he's able to do anything to it. But for now, it's Captain versus Captain. Trick ball from Waluigi, seen through by Bowser Jr., going out to right field. Wiggler is not going to make it in time, and that's a two-run homer. Bowser Jr. saved by Daisy Cruiser's tight field on the left and right margin for an easy home run to start off their preseason. And Cookie comes to the plate. Boy, did I forget she was on this roster.
How could you forget Cookie?
Honestly, how could I forget Cookie? She stared into my soul because she knew that I forgot about her, and she was not pleased.
Good job from Blooper.
Yeah, Blooper didn't forget about Cookie, as they make a nice catch. And the rookies start off with 2 runs. Pretty solid start. Spitballs with their first bat of the preseason to try to make a response. Slap hit from Green Shy Guy knocks it clean into left field for an easy single. Villager staring into your soul before staring into Bowser Jr.'s star pitch, but sees through it. Unfortunately, a slap hit to Green Magic
Double
Koopa.
play. Wow. That was a great play from Magic Koopa.
Yeah. And while they get a single out of it, the Waluigi Spitballs still send 3 up, 3 out as a double play results in a scoreless inning for them. The rookies now back at the plate, starting with Green Shy Guy. Clean hit straight up the middle. Wow, you cannot doubt Wiggler's arm. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing his season in the outfield with just how fast he is and how much of a cannon he has to get that thing back into the field when it needs to be. Bobble, though, off of Iwata. And what should have been a nice double play turns into an error, turns into a runner on first and second for the rookies. But they return back.
Oh, wow.
Waluigi already starting to tire. Even after his team successfully turned to double play.
Yeah, they really needed that double play. That could have been a lot uglier than it ended up being. Okay.
Fair. Oh no, oh no, there's a giant bloop off the right side of the ship. They're tilting the entire ship. I'm checking with officials now. They're saying that despite Blooper playing right now, there's almost certainly no conflict of interest. Blooper probably wishes there was a conflict of interest as they hit a ball straight to Green Magic Koopa for an easy out to start the inning. Hitter extraordinaire now, Wiggler, up to plate. Hits it straight out to left field, a little bit closer with that ship tilted, but it's not going to matter as that is caught easily by Hammerbro.
Zero difficulty with Hammerbro catching that.
The tilt of the ship maybe helping Reggie a little bit as a clean slap hit straight up the middle.
Okay, but we're going to have the big hitter Wario here. We'll see if he can make a play.
We definitely want to see something big from Wario here after a fine enough CPU Classic showing from him. Now demoted off the captain role, but he will still get a single when he needs to. And with a runner on first and second, and again, easy home run potential on this stadium, Waluigi will stare down Bowser Jr. And a star hit from Waluigi.
Okay. Oh.
Goes straight over the realm of...
Oh, Reggie's going home for a run.
That's one. What a clean shot from Waluigi. I thought this was a goof up. I thought this was an easy catch from Green Magic Koopa, but no. Bounced just cleanly enough to score a run. What a shot from the captain. What a amazing play. And now, oh my god, Eggman. Up to bat with as much power as he can give it. But immediately caught out by Goomba to end the inning for the Spitballs.
That was a great play from Goomba. That could have been a lot worse had he missed that. That was a surprise play from Waluigi. Waluigi's getting tired, though.
Won't stop him from silencing Hammerbro, who weak hit to Iwata from a normally very powerful bat. Results in nothing. Green Magic Koopa not supposed to be much of a threat. We'll see Waluigi try to capitalize off that. No respect given to Waluigi's star pitch. Gives Green Magic Koopa a nice single, and they'll swap out the pitcher for our first substitution. Wario comes up to the pitcher's mound.
That's an interesting move from the Spitballs.
You know what they say, they love to keep captain tier players on the mound. But
nice play from Reggie.
Keeping it limber out there, you normally see that be a bounce off the ground into a fair ball, but no. Keeps the rookies honest. The Bowser Jr. gets a nice hit to left field, and runners are first and second.
It's all up to Cookie.
Polarizing character, Cookie. Some say she shouldn't even be in this league. Some say she shouldn't even be in this plane of existence. And it looks like they are right as she hits the ball straight to blooper for an easy out to end the inning scoreless for the rookies.
That's such an unfortunate play from Cookie. I believe in Cookie.
Well, agree to disagree. Bowser Jr. starts off the third inning on defense with a star pitch hit straight to Green Magic Koopa for an easy catch. Green Magic Koopa, not someone you would expect to excel on that shortstop, but that magic wand doing, well, magic. Villager makes good contact with it, though. It's out to far right field.
Oh, okay.
The blooper interferes with Monty Mole. It'll be at least a double. They're going for three. Nope, they turn back.
That's probably the smartest play that they could have made. I'll say, though, Green Magic Koopa has been such a great threat at shortstop that you pretty much want to try to ignore that side of the field. Oh, double play.
Good catch from Paragoomba to end the inning for the Spitballs. And once again, that giant blooper who has a proper... They have a proper name, I just can't remember it right now. Sinks back into the waves. And we're back to a balanced baseball stadium. How much for
I'll say, though, the rookies have been keeping Waluigi's team honest. Their defense has been excellent so far.
We expect big home runs on Daisy Cruiser, but neither team has been able to capitalize off this stadium quite yet. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple innings from now, someone runs hot and runs away with the game. The question is, who will do it? Sorry, it sounds like you're about to have a bet.
I was saying, The biggest surprise I've had the biggest surprise of the game so far has just been a lack of strikeouts. Considering, I'm surprised no one's been striking out yet. Everyone's been able to at least get a hit or go on base. Oh yeah, there's Magic Cooper making the play again.
Well, I can't blame you. It was a feature of the CPU Classic, which recorded across the entire tournament maybe 1 or 2 strikeouts. Not many people go for strikeouts in this league. Not much respect for trick balls in this preseason game either, as Reggie will get on base and Bowser Jr. will also start to tire.
And we'll see if Wario can make a play here. Oh, that's unfortunate.
He made a beautiful play for the rookies.
Yeah. It smacked it straight to Goomba. Completely just stopped whatever play was there.
Hammer Bow. Powerful bat. Knocks it straight back, straight down.
Out of there.
That's what we expect from Daisy Cruiser, and that's a clean solo shot to extend the rookie's lead to 2 runs. I am remembering or realizing that my overlay is on the wrong side of the screen for this time. Wait, nope. This is fine. Okay.
He completely fooled Magic Cooper there with his trick. Oh no. Oh.
No, that's inside the park. Green Magic Koopa does not have the power to hit that ball out of Baby Park, let alone out of Daisy Cruiser. Critter, though, stronger bat, still just goes for a slap hit, and the speed on Wiggler allows for a great catch.
Wiggler is very, surprisingly fast considering his size. Oh, great play from Iwata, too.
Iwata, surprisingly nimble.
Yeah, the Spitballs really needed to get a stop here because that could have easily been started to lose. They could have started to lose control. But we have a pitcher change to Magic Koopa.
Magic Koopa, a great relief hitter. Tricky pitch. Waluigi looks at the first one. Not gonna watch the second one fly by though, but it will go straight to Himabo for a nice out. I do not like the look on Eggman. He scares me, Tom. I don't know who Tom is, but Tom is the appropriate name to use when I am scared. Goomba making a statement though in a preseason shortstop game.
Let's see if Green Drybone can try to get something done here, and he does.
Wow, powerful hit from Green Drybones. Not the player we might expect it from, but that is a solid shot out. Doesn't even matter that it's Daisy Cruiser. That ball would have been gone anywhere. And again, it's a one-run game for the Spitballs. Tricky pitch from Magic Koopa, nailed cleanly by Villager out. That is going to be a single. And Magic Koopa...
Wow, he's getting tired already.
Not what you want to see from someone who should be a star pitcher for the rookies going into this season. But Iwata will knock it straight to Paragoomba for an easy out, and that'll end the inning.
That was a great stop from Paragoomba. They really needed that too. So next up is on the batting order is Cookie.
Jesus Christ. Why are the Mies hands like that? I also just noticed that. Fair play. Cookie.
Yeah, they're very like
Cookie, not remembering what happened last time she tried to knock that ball past Blooper, was also in the same play for an easy out. Meanwhile, Green Shy Guy will now get
Unfortunately, this isn't the best showing from a rookie like Cookie, but to be fair, this is only the preseason. So they have plenty of time to improve. Oh, that was not a good. That was bingo. It's not looking good for the Spitballs.
Yeah, run on first and second for Paragoomba. Luckily enough for the Spitballs, not exactly known to be a power hitter, they don't have arms. And that will result in a nice double play to end the inning as Blooper, showing off the power of that shortstop position, keeps the rookies scoreless in this inning, and the Spitballs still only 1 run away against a tight pitcher, Wiggler. Good chance to get a runner on base. Sorry, Blooper, good chance to get a runner on base. He'll score a single. Green Magic Koopa's starting to tire, but the coaches haven't pulled him yet. Strong bat on Wiggler. Stays down the hit, slaps it up to left field. Another single. With 2 runners on and no outs. This is what a young star like Reggie wants to show off his potential.
Yeah, the rookies are gonna have to try to get an out here because after this, it's going to be Wario, and that's going to be that could easily change the momentum of this game.
But it might not matter, as Reggie knocks it clean out of the park for a 3-hit homer. And what was a 1-run deficit for the Spitballs becomes a 2-run lead.
Well, Reggie saw the ball, and he said his body was ready, and he decided to prove it.
I thought you were better than that, darn. Green Shy Guy brought in to pitch. Pitcher's blessing, as I like to say. That ball will be knocked clean to Monty Mole. And Green Shy Guy will stare down the Captain Waluigi now. I'm not sure Green Shy Guy is who we expect to see on the mound at this point in the game for the Spitballs.
That was a good hit from Waluigi, surprisingly.
Excellent ball placement, and Eggman steps up to bat.
We'll see if he can redeem himself. And he does.
Runner on first, runner on second. I said someone was going to pop off.
Already, Green Drybones is there.
Yeah, Green Drybones already has a home run etched earlier in this contest, but will instead go for a single.
Okay, they're in the rookies are in a precarious position here. The bases are loaded. They could get a double play and stop the bleeding, but they have to hope. They have to really believe in Shy Guy. Oh, wow.
2 strikes. Gonna have to swing at this one, Villager. He does. Knocks it clean up the middle. For an easy run in from the Captain Waluigi. Bases remain loaded. By no means
great placement.
By no means game over for the rookies, but they have to escape this inning at some point.
I wouldn't count out the rookies quite yet. Okay, maybe not then.
No.
No. Awada, oh my lord.
Taking advantage of Daisy Park for a clean home run out there. And what started at a 1-run deficit on the inning is now a 7-run lead for the Spitballs as they'll bring in Hammer Bro to try to pitch. Known for his power at the bat, now trying to throw some power behind the ball with that fastball. Gets it out from Blooper. That was a devastating fastball, actually. Might screw up any charge hitters that it goes up against, but instead, Wiggler will knock it straight to Monty Mole in the outfield for a single. Reggie back at the bat.
I'll say for these new memes, they've been a pleasant surprise of just a breath of fresh air for the Spitballs.
They've been managing something great. Now the rookies. Tilted ship. As even the big squids out in the sea want to see what the hell is going on here.
This is exactly what the rookies need to come back into this game.
If they could capitalize off it, but Goomba doesn't do that great.
Oh.
Knocking it straight to Wiggler. Hammerbow. A little bit confused. Watches that ball go by. 2 strikes to work with still, though. And a charge hit called by Wiggler for an out. We have no response yet from the rookies.
Just completely fooled by that.
Magic Koopa just needs to get on base here, so that green critter can do something.
Yeah. They really need to take advantage of this. A lot of making the play, completely stopping any chance that.
Well, now the captain, the sub-captain, I should say, Wario, is going to try to see if he can cut this wound any deeper. He'll be caught out easily by Bowser Jr. at that shortstop position. Hammerbow is doing an amazing job pitching. These fastballs are not going to give charge hitters that much time to hit, but Waluigi, again, showing off his placement as captain and showing off that ball positioning for a clean double.
I'll say, though, Waluigi's been very surprising pitching considering his abilities don't seem to be that great. So it's been a pleasant surprise.
Now, green drop.
Oh, okay.
Easy catch for Magic Koopa. Waluigi does not want to try to make it a sack fly. He'll stay at
the
third.
builder's back on the field.
Chance for the rookies to escape.
We'll see if he can do anything.
Sorry, what was that?
No, sorry. The rookies really needed that.
From a dangerous position to a 0-run inning, but they have 2 innings left to score at least 7 if they want to take this game into extras.
On the bright side, they do have Crater, who's a very strong hitter. He could definitely make a play here to try to get some runs.
He's gonna need to, and he hits it straight.
Ooh,
barely
foul.
going foul. Settles again for a slap hit. Caught out in right field. Difference of inches. Bowser Jr.'s responsibility now to try to get a rally start for his team, but a slap straight to Iwata's glove is not going to start it. Cookie now.
Alright, we believe in Cookie. Cookie can absolutely bring this team back, and as soon as I said that, ends the inning.
It really was that one pop-off inning from the Spitballs, which makes me believe this game is not yet over. If the rookies can just get through this and pop off next inning, no score deficit is too big on Daisy Cruiser.
That's true. It looks more difficult than it is, but it's still perfectly. It's still possible. They just really need to get a shutout in this inning.
And good ball placement from Blooper isn't going to make that easy, as Hammerboat also starts to tire on the mound.
Ooh, okay, that's really not looking good for the rookies right now. Another pitcher tired.
Wiggler knocks it high. That will stay just in the park. Almost any other angle, that would have been out of here, but Blooper's still in scoring position, but 2 outs now.
You have to imagine that the rookies are thankful that the ship wasn't tilted.
What a catch. Oh my god, the bobble Paraguma's glove, and it looks like the giant squid in the sea wants to try to help the rookies. They need to score at least 7 this inning. But they're starting in the later half of the batting order, I believe. Green Shy Guy, though.
Oh, what a whiff from Wiggler. That's going to be affecting them. And Green Shy Guy gets the double. That's exactly what the rookies needed. Now Monty Mole has a perfectly good chance of getting a home run here.
Well, a home run will be asking a lot from this little bat, but the close play infield, the call to pitch it to third, results in Monty Mole making it safely to first. We've got 2 runners on and no outs.
This is exactly what they needed. Oh, but we might get the double play. But they still get a run. Now Wario's tired.
Can Goomba keep this game alive for the rookies? Just get through to the top of that order. Get Hammer Bro. No! Goomba's saying, I don't need to wait for the top of the order. I'm a home run threat right here. You better pay attention. Next pitch goes straight to Wada's glove.
No!
And that will end the game with the Spitballs winning 10-4.
The crazy thing about this game is that it really looked like the rookies were going to be in control for most of it until one single inning completely changed the course of this game. I'll say, it was, the Miis really showed how, the potential of this team.
And the MVP honors go straight to Rookie Me. Reggie taking it home for the team. Right, let's get these box scores recorded for posterity and move to our second game of the night. Our second game of the night will be I believe it's going to be the Daisy Flowers versus the Yoshi Eggs, or the Yoshi Fireball Eggs as they like to call themselves. I'm looking forward to watching the Eggs play. They are a dangerous looking team coming out of the draft this season. We're going to see just how they perform right after I blow my nose. I'll be right back.
As you look at those box scores, I need you to pay attention to the fact that items are all 0 across the board. We're lucky that this is a preseason game because it appears the league had forgotten to deliver items to the cruiser tonight.
No, that is... Fuck. Did I forget to do that?
Yeah, there were no items.
No! I could have sworn they were on. Damn it. Fuck. I gotta blow my nose. Well, you know what they say. Thank God it was the preseason.
I think that's what the rookies are saying right now, Willie.
I don't want to hear anything from the rookies right now, mainly because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Let's move to our next game for the night. A game which I am certain will have items. Now, Silver Lily, as you join us here, home commentator for the Wilds, what is your opinion, while my throat recovers, of these flowers and egg lineups right now?
I think these are two teams we saw some very interesting shakeups from this season, Willie. The Flowers especially, coming out of the CPU Classic, the Winter CPU Classic, bottom team in the league, couldn't win a single game, terrible run differential, bullied by everybody.
Laying it on
Let
thick, huh?
go.
Laying it on thick, huh?
I just saying what happened, Willie. Let go of Bowser Jr., who then went off to form his own team in the Rookies, and made some key pickups. Important here are the Blue Critter, as well as the Blue Pianta and Purple Toad, who were star players for the Wilds in that CPU Classic. Now, as the home commentator for that team, I am required to inform you that they intended to change their team name and logo, but they did not get the paperwork to the league in time. Funky Kong was left in charge of it, and I believe they were left in front of the Clubhouse TV for 3 weeks. But we can talk more about them later. Right now I want to talk about Blue Pianta and Purple Toad. Crucial players to the Wild's offense last team. Offense was where the Flowers were lacking. Every team had high-scoring games. Every team had games that had bunches of points scored by them, bunches of points scored against them, except the Flowers, who were only ever really scored against. So these two offensive player pickups, and a third one in the Blue Critter, could be crucial towards getting them back to more of an even point with the rest of the teams in the league.
Well, they're going to have a tough preseason. I, for one, am very much a fan of this new look eggs under new coaching direction. Despite, pretty solid CPU Classic. Making a splash here with high-profile names. Will Ferrell's on the team. Ash Ketchum is on the team. Pegasus is also here. And, not to make too fine a point of it, in my opinion, had the highest profile trade post-draft. Now, I, as the commentator on top of Commissioner, the commentator for... What the fuck is my team? The Monsters. Am inclined to say so because the Monsters traded K-Rool to the Eggs shortly after the draft for some pieces on their team. We'll go over it when the Monsters come up. But this Eggs team is full of dangerous synergy that I'm excited to see pop off as we begin our game here on, I believe, Daytime Warrior City? Yep.
Pretty new directions for each of these teams. The Eggs definitely saw some of the largest shakeup from the CPU Classic, ditching a lot of their roster. Berto left to form another team. K-Rool?
K-Rool was on the Eggs.
Was on the Eggs before. Had been taken away by another team, decided he wasn't happy with it, and came back to the Eggs. Very excellent play by your infield there. By your Eggs infield. Blue Critter to at second base, to the Pianta, back to at shortstop, back to first base. That inning happened too fast for me to keep track of it.
Now I want to give a big shout out, of course, here. The Eggs in the CPU Classic were a dangerous defensive team. We'll see if this new look Eggs keeps the legacy alive, though. The Flowers, not known for their offense, start off... Sorry. Yeah, no, that is... I'm getting confused about who was on defense and who was on offense. That was the Flowers on defense last half inning.
And now they're on offense. Their first two lead batters both hitting singles. Excellent start for them going into Blue Critter. Slugging threat. We got to see that a lot in the Classic.
But
not
incredible infield synergy results in quick arms, quick throws, and a triple play.
Incredibly impressive play by the Eggs. I was gonna say the Flowers were actually the beneficiaries of a pickup in the offseason from the Eggs, taking Baby Daisy, the Eggs' crucial shortstop player, and putting her in their center field. But the Eggs are showing that they are no less of a defensive threat than they were last season, or during the tournament. What's happening here?
But we'll have our first run of the game as K-Rool wants to show off why he's a player worth throwing his weight around in the trading circles, as he'll knock it clean over that Baby defense to score a solo shot for the Eggs and their first run of the preseason. The captain now, staring down the captain as Yoshi will try to get past this lightning fast pitches from Daisy. He won't make much progress though, as Critter secures the easy out on a nice ground ball.
And a home run from K-Rool is probably the most expected way we could see the tie get broken tonight. Showed us plenty of those back in the Classic. That's going to be an easy play from Pianta back to first base.
I gotta say, this Flowers defense is looking amazing. Both the second base and shortstop have cannon arms to allow those infield catches to result in big play. I don't think this will be the last time this season we see a triple play from the Flowers off the strength of the arms from the infield. Meanwhile, their outfield placement and some items result in an easy single. See, we did remember to turn those on this time.
You know Wario City keeps an extra supply of them stocked for all of their games, even when items aren't supposed to be in use. Pianta not showing its normal power there. Hitting a weak hit out to, I believe that was Pegasus at second base who caught that.
Yeah.
Resulting in a double play.
Now Permatone will have to show off anything. Blue Yoshi, not known as a power hitter. Baby Daisy behind him. Just needs to get on base to try to keep this inning alive for the Flowers, but a nice hit. Right to Ash Ketchum.
You know he's gotta catch them all.
Don't! I knew you. Damn it! I couldn't stop you. No, I just that little swear cost me $10,000. You got to be careful on broadcast. Anyway, Pegasus up to bat now against this dangerous pitcher. Daisy knocked it clean over Pianta for a nice single. Upskirt shot. Damn. Neither Yoshi having luck. And Blue Pianta, I'm looking forward, again, to seeing this Pianta Critter combo on this infield defense for the Flowers. Mario will try to do something, but would have been caught out, but a nice boo allows Mario to get safely to first and Pegasus to get safely to third. And Ash Ketchum. He caught him last period, has a nice opportunity to knock him out of the park this inning. Will settle for a nice grounded single to bring Pegasus home. And with only one out still on the inning, the Eggs extend their lead to 2-0 with a run on first and second.
And just like a couple of quick statistics for you regarding this Flowers infield. We are going to see make a double play. But I paused for a second there, because that was important.
Yeah, what are the stats?
Blue Pianta previously played for the Wilds, second best fielder on that team in numbers, just behind Dixie Kong. Blue Critter with the eggs during the CPU Classic.
It should be a catch.
The third best defense on that team, behind Baby Daisy and Pink Yoshi. So these were very strong defensive pickups from the Flowers this season. Players that had proven defensive chops. Patching up holes in their defense where they needed it. The CPU Classic Flowers, they might have given up 8 runs by now. This team, only given up 2. Let's see if they can get any for themselves.
Okay, well, getting tired now, despite all the eggs relatively low when the Flowers can't score, and Yoshi bobbles the ball. And Pink Yoshi's running home. No, he'll stay at third. Still, what should have been a single with a runner on first and second now ends in a runner on first and third. Will it matter with a powerful batter like Blue Critter at the plate? Winds up, doesn't like the first pitch.
That's the danger of those arrows on the floor of this stadium, but Baby DK with an excellent jump catch there to prevent what could have been a nasty situation for the eggs from actually resulting in anything.
Hello and welcome, Foss's stream, by the way, to the start of the Galaxy League's Mario Slugger CPU season. I'm sure there'll be degenerates. Right now, this is a quick primer. This is a CPU versus CPU League and Mario Super Sluggers, inspired by the wonderful video by Akamos on YouTube. If you need some time to entertain yourself, of course, look that up. Yeah, this is Mario Super Sluggers from 2007, and we drafted teams, and we're currently broadcasting live from the field right now as we watch the preseason game between the Yoshi Eggs and the Daisy Flowers. Now, 2-0 at the top of the fourth. Baby Luigi comes to the plate. That looks like it should be a nice double play. How many times are we going to praise Blue Critter and Blue Pianta for their defensive prowess tonight?
Tonight alone, maybe 50 throughout the whole season. I don't want to count.
They'll finally take K. Rool off the mound, and Mario will step onto the mound for his team to try to keep this 2-run lead alive. Decent start as Tyler 1 hits that ball to Ash Ketchum. I keep up. For an easy out. Power hitter Pianta now. This will be someone Mario has to prove himself against. And
Slaps it out to left field. Runs over for a single.
I was almost a little bit worried there with how slow a runner Blue Pianta can be. Opposite of that, Purple Toad comes up to bat. He's going to have to charge that bat if he wants any results here.
This could be bad for the Blue Pianta because, as you said, he is slow. Doesn't matter as Mario captures it and Blue Pianta has to run back to first. But I was going to say, Purple Toad likes hitting at center field, which is right where Pianta was going to have to run. Blue Pianta didn't have the legs to make it there off of the Purple Toad single, but it didn't matter because it was a Purple Toad out to begin with.
And a Blue Yoshi out ends the inning. I can already see this season is going to be great for both these teams. I'm expecting both of them to carry on the Eggs' legacy for the CPU Classic of being defensive titans. The Eggs obviously being the team with that title, but the Flowers with a couple of key pickups from the Eggs and the Wilds are looking like a formidable team. Now, this preseason game isn't nearly over, and a clean double play from that cannon of an arm on Blue Pianta. The Flowers are going to try to keep the Eggs scoreless this season, but that's a high ball from Mario. Risk on the field with a nice shell to stop Baby Daisy from making the play. Blue Yoshi takes the hit, though, and another scoreless inning.
We often see shells and other items fired late on those easy catches. Too late to disrupt them. We saw it throughout the Winter Classic. We're seeing it now. Teams are really going to have to can change up their item timings if they want them to matter on those fly balls. Now, ground balls like that, item use is excellent, gets Baby Daisy right over to first.
Now, it's all well and good to be a defensive I thought that was going to be a beanball for sure. And I swear that passed through Yoshi's foot there. But not intimidated at all. Pink Yoshi, my boy. I didn't realize how much I missed him until I saw him. We'll get on base. The flowers do have to start doing some damage at some point.
Mario, lucky there, he was throwing to Pink Yoshi, who didn't really mind. If that had been Tyler 1, it didn't matter that it passed through him. You know he was throwing his bat down and rushing them out.
Brother versus brother here. Luigi has to just make sure he doesn't hit into a double play. And a clean hit will load the bases for dangerous hitter Blue Critter.
Beautiful hit into the gap around second base between shortstop and second baseman. Going to load the bases for a power hitter.
Ball's hit high. That looks like it'll drain foul, though. It will. Statement piece still from Critter.
Foul.
Star hit straight on that foul line. It stays fair. That's two
Baby
going
Daisy
home.
comes in. Pink Yoshi runs in. Luigi to third. Blue Critter taking a single at second. A 2 RBI single with a well-timed star hit that just lands on the foul line.
What a well-placed ball. Oh my god, Tyler won.
You don't see those star hits as often in the league. Usually teams like to reserve their star power for star pitches. They use them very defensively, not offensively. But smart usage by the Flowers, turning this game around. They were down 2 points at the start of the inning. They're up 3 now. 2 runners still on base at the corners. Very threatening position. And they only have 1 out.
And Blue Pianta at the plate. That's high. That'll be... Oh, it would have been an easy catch if it wasn't for the boo ball. And a fumble from Farrell.
On the trigger with that boo ball, using it better than we usually see. Disrupting the Flowers, or not the Flowers, I'm getting confused myself now, the Eggs defense.
And Mario tiring out now. Turns out, I said the Flowers have to turn on the gas at some point, and they heard me. This inning still isn't over. They're now leading by 2 runs. Pepper Toad knocks it clean out. Blue Pianta running slow to second and will get caught out. Alright, all Mario needs is 1 out to clear this inning. Blue Yoshi not known for a strong bat, but a well-placed ball, a mistimed rupture out on the field. Was that another RBI?
That
Tyler
it was.
batted in.
Now, the Dark Blue Yoshi was on the Monarchs in the CPU Classic, was on their bench, never saw play. So this is a new player for the league to actually be seeing active play. Showing himself to be a decent pickup for these Flowers already. Now this is just the preseason. Whatever happens here, record doesn't matter, run differential doesn't matter. It's just a showing of what the teams look like going into the season proper starting next week.
Still.
Next week, Willie?
Should be. Pending disaster.
Barring delays, going into the season next week. That's another former Wilds player, by the way, hitting that single.
Of course,
with
Baby
some
DK.
help from the Wario Stadium arrows. Baby DK, catcher for the Wilds during the CPU Classic.
Will Ferrell at the plate now. Yeah, no, an exciting pick. Listen, the Eggs really wanted Will Ferrell on their team. And another triple play. I have
Oh
to
my-
stress, during the entire CPU Classic, which was a mini round robin tournament we ran last month, VODs up on my YouTube, there was one triple play during the entire tournament.
Now we've seen 2 from the same team tonight.
Incredible potential going into this season. Did not expect that. Yoshi now gotta be feeling good for that as he faces down the Captain Daisy. Now, gotta be feeling intimidated by that as he faces the Captain Daisy. The eggs will have to turn their own defensive double play here in order to silence the bat of the Flowers. They still have 3 innings to score 3 runs, but they gotta stop the Flowers first. As you'll excuse me for a second while I blow my nose.
And the general manager for the Flowers has pointed out, very proud of how the team is doing right now, that Daisy still has not gotten tired. Will be going back up onto the mound at the top of the 7th. It is rare to see pitchers last that long in this league. And obviously Daisy's been doing an excellent job pitching, but I think some of that credit goes to the defense as well. Daisy has had to face fewer batters even after letting a couple onto base because of these double plays, because of these triple plays, because of this beautiful defense from the infield. Daisy is getting more innings pitched, more batters faced, just higher numbers than we usually see from pitchers.
The eggs are going to have to break through her at some point if they want to get back in this game. It might be a preseason game, but it's still a statement piece, and it's still a double play from the Flowers, who keep showing off just how strong their defense is going to be this season.
Going into a threatening part of the Flowers lineup, we have Tyler 1, whose very presence has got to be at least somewhat worrying for these fire eggs.
Look, if I was on the mound and I just stare down that face, I would be intimidated. And a clean shot will get him on... There was some worry there. A clean shot will get Tyler 1 on base for the slugger, Blue Pianta. Opting for a slap shot, though.
It's a fair ball out to second, and out at second goes back to the bullpen. Not bullpen, dugout. Tyler 1. I am getting all mixed up tonight, Willie.
I don't know why the Flower and the eggs are so hard to keep track of. We never had this problem in the CPU Classic. But now, for some reason, I cannot keep these two teams separated in my head.
I think it's the sheer number of Yoshis on the field, Willie. There's like 5 of them here tonight.
There's a lot. And again, the defensive prowess from both teams. As double-checking my names here, the eggs score a good double play. From Yoshi on the pitcher mound to second to Yoshi on first base to catch out Yoshi to end the inning. I hate this matchup. Pegasus at home base knocks it out to Pink Yoshi, motherfucker. Red Yoshi on the back, god damn it. How many Yoshis are in this matchup? Star pitch from Daisy. What
We
was
have Red Yoshi. There's Dark Blue Yoshi as Red Yoshi makes it to first base. And Green Default Yoshi, I believe there are 4 Yoshis in this match, Willie. 2 on either team.
Red Yoshi with one of the first, if only, clean steals we've seen. Big
Double
pit.
check that.
This
Here's
should
my
be...
stats real quick.
Daisy wants to make the start pitch work, but the eggs are making good use of items to stop that easy catch out. And finally, Daisy's starting to tire. Can the eggs start a rally here? They only have 1 out right now, but with the number of double plays we've seen in this game, no. Ash Ketchum knocks it straight up the middle. Yoshi tries to go for home.
from the blue Pianta. We almost never saw that during the CPU Classic, during the tournament. Blue Pianta almost never had opportunity to throw that laser pitch to home and actually have it matter, catching out Red Yoshi before he's able to make it home.
Now we've got certified boy wife Luigi takes the mound. A good hit from Baby DK will result in Mario cutting this lead down to 2 runs off those good arrows in the outfield at Warrior City. Not exactly pitcher's blessing so far, as Will Ferrell comes up to plate. One good hit here. All it takes is one good hit, and the Eggs take this lead deep into this game.
And something important about Luigi stepping up to the mound here is that Luigi was the catcher. So that puts Daisy at catcher now, and the infield and outfield composition of the Flowers has not changed.
Chemistry is so important. As finally, the Flowers do get out of the inning. They still held a good 2-run lead, and they still have 2 scoring attempts left if the Eggs can even catch up. Right now, this scoring attempt is going to be probably the most important one of their night, as they try to extend any lead they can to make the Eggs' job next inning that much harder. Baby Daisy, though, knocks it foul.
That's going to go foul, and it's going to go foul all the way out of bounds. I'd say into the stands, but Wario City doesn't have any. It's just going to be lying on the sidewalk to trip up some poor pedestrian.
Still, clean shot up the middle gets Baby Daisy on base, which is not what the Eggs want right now. Yoshi staring down his brother. Good double play from the Me duo on second base and shortstop for the Eggs. Clears the bases, 2 outs. Captain versus captain here to end the offense for the Flowers, and the Eggs do it. Not exactly 3 up, 3 out, as the Flowers did get someone on base temporarily before it was cut off by that double play.
K-Rule coming up.
Last chance for the Eggs to get some runs, and K-Rule tries to make a statement. Will that stay in? No. It'll at least go far enough out of the park that it's not catchable.
If you're the Eggs here, K-Rule is one of the people you want to see up right now. And there he goes.
There he goes.
I was about to feed you some stats if you still want them. Was the best batter on the Eggs during the tournament. Known for hitting long shots and solo home runs and home runs with other people getting batted in. Didn't do anything that time.
Baby Luigi, potential to be the last batter for the Eggs in this preseason game. Not quite yet, though, as he'll knock a clean shot straight up the middle to get onto first base. Pegasus needs to not get iced here in order to keep the Eggs' hope alive. Good ball placement, though. Baby Luigi running in the third. A little bit of a dangerous position for Baby Luigi here. Caught out. That's the game. And the Flowers score this preseason game against the Eggs. With, again, highlight here. I better see a defensive MVP from the Flowers here. They did have 2 triple plays this game, which I just have to stress again. Wild.
2 triple plays. Tyler 1 gets given the MVP.
Why?
In this caster's opinion, questionable. I want to see that box score.
I also want to see that box score. Why Tyler 1? Just because everyone performed so evenly, I guess. Was Tyler 1 the score? He got some batting, I guess, though. You'll forgive me if I forget what he even did out there. As we move into
base hits.
Well, we're gonna move into game 3 of 4. Oh, it was a couple of good RBIs from Tyler 1 to extend that lead for the Flowers.
And that was crucial to their win, so I suppose that makes more sense. I just know that I, on the couch, was rooting for it to go to Pianta. No bias, none at all.
I don't believe you, but we've got a chaotic game to follow. I can explain. I will explain real quick the Bows team. The Bows team, they're looking to take a statistical approach to this season, which is why their lineup for this preseason is literally, and I got the inside scoop right here, completely random. Literally completely random, starting with their starting pitcher. What did I name this abomination again? This abomination's name is Statler. Face which you will never see again, except maybe in your nightmares. Lots of choices here in the infield, outfield right now. Again, completely random positions, completely random batting order. They're hoping to Monte Carlo simulation their way into a good composition to start the season off. But while they still have to gather stats, it's random all the way, including this completely random me. Now, why don't you explain the Wilds first, Sylvie, as I confirm that everything is in order.
That I can do, Willie. In direct opposition to what happened to the Flowers and the Eggs after this tournament, the Wilds have stayed almost completely unchanged, despite losing 2 players to the Eggs, or not the Eggs, the Flowers. Despite losing 2 players to the Flowers and 1 over to the Monarchs. The team reached into their dugout, reached into their bench, brought up Yellow Pianta from the minors to take Blue Pianta's place. Exact same spot at shortstop. Lost Purple Toad, they brought in Yellow Toad. Exact same place at first base. Though actually I believe Purple Toad played third base, but still at a base. The one big change is after losing Toadsworth, who they said in the after the tournament they were going to offer a coaching position, parted amicably because Toadsworth thought he still had a couple of good seasons left in him. He's going to play for the Monarchs, and one of his pitching disciples, young blood, got a little bit of play during the tournament, but otherwise almost completely a rookie. Baby Peach gonna be their starting pitcher. The rest of the composition, almost exactly the same. They did lose Baby DK. And in Baby DK's place, the new team captain, the one the paperwork needed to be filed for, Hatsune Miku, having a bit of a rough time adapting to the Mii body from her normal digital form. It's not as good as she'd want it to be, but she's making it work, alright? The team was supposed to be renamed the Miku Musicians. That's not gonna happen tonight. Maybe sometime down the line if Funky can ever find that paperwork again. But they're looking to play almost exactly the same kind of ball game they did during the tournament. Good chemistry between the batters, big hits where they need it. They've shuffled around the batting order just a little bit, but it's almost exactly the same game plan for almost exactly the same team.
Good night, darling. Well, we're going to see if the Wilds, who were our runner-up in the CPU Classic, can make a statement as we descend on a new stadium for this league of nighttime Yoshi Park. Now, this stadium has a couple of interesting things that could really mess up the experienced Wilds here. Oh my god, Chance. That is a face.
Sort of like burrowing animal. Alright.
That is intimidation. Now, the Wilds will have to take special care on this field as they are up against a fast-running train in the outfield guarding that rail. They're up against pipes placed throughout the outfield which Piranha Plants can appear out of and snag that ball if it's left in place for too long.
We're already seeing one of the bigger changes in the Wild's offense, which is their batting order. Previously leading Donkey Kong right into Funky Kong, just a couple of power hitters right away, trying something a little bit different, running Tiny Kong, then Funky Kong. Funky Kong's in the same spot. Donkey Kong moved to cleanup, where Blue Pianta had been before.
It's a good thing their batters are in the right order, eh, Silver Lily?
That it is, Willie. That it is. Ooh, and an excellent catch by King Boo in the center field is going to prevent that cleanup from mattering. Another change. Dixie Kong moved further up the order. She had some surprise batting performances in the tournament, and they went, you know what? We want to see how you do 5th in the lineup instead of like 7th. We want to see how you do closer to the rest of the Kongs. And what a result!
Yellow Shy Guy, I think Yellow Shy Guy thought he had that ball, has to catch it off King Boo, who gets hit by the train, despite being incorporeal. We don't know what's going on there.
But an excellent RBI double for Dixie Kong is going to bring Miku up to bat. 2 outs.
2 runs for the Wilds off this first inning, though. They can't be upset at all, and a well-placed foul block gets Miku safe on base.
Crucial decision in the Wild's batting order was getting as many items out onto the field as possible, and we have seen it matter here. And that single off of Baby Peach, a shallow hit into center, missed by the infielders, is going to bring Dixie home for a 3-0 start to the game. Yellow Toad and Yellow Pianta coming up, stepping into pretty big shoes. Yellow Toad showing he can do exactly the same thing Purple Toad did. From the other side of the plate, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I should know. I'm the home commentator, but I can't remember what side of the plate Purple Toad hits from.
Shame, shame, shame.
Yellow Pianta does hit from the same side of the plate as Blue. Shallow hit from Yellow Pianta, and that's going to close the inning, but not after the entire batting order from the musicians comes up to the plate.
4 runs is a hell of a way to start. Let me just double check here. The highest scoring game we've had so far this preseason of the previous 2 games ended 4-10. So right now, the Wilds have scored, they're almost halfway to the highest scoring game so far this preseason in this first inning. We'll see if the Bows are able to shut them down later, but for now, it's the Bows' turn to do damage. No support on King Boo resulted in an easy catch for Dixie.
Falling right into her glove, the timing on the train was really good for her. I can tell you, the musicians were worried going into this game. Interesting fielding movements there. The musicians were worried going into this game that the train would disrupt that very important Kong family outfield. So far not doing so, but Funky Kong having a little trouble over at second base.
I know that you have affinity for these players, but I'll ask the question, what was Dixie Kong doing as a routine pop fly and what should have been an inning that was over? We now have runners on first and third, and Yellow Magic Koopa run it home. The Bows with the first score for them this game on an inning that should have been over.
Not certain, Willie. I am not certain at all. Normally stellar defensive player, and oh no.
Baby Peach does not have the stamina. She starts to tire early. And Blue Shy Guy looked to capitalize.
For the Wilds. Maybe pick this one up a little too young. Let's see if she can make it through the inning. This is going to be a close play, but we know those usually go to the offense.
I'm surprised. We knew that the Wilds were a high-scoring team. We knew that they were a threat because they're always a threat. I was not expecting the Bows to retaliate with 2 runs of their own this easy. And the man himself, is that a man? Comes up and Baby Peach subbed out early.
Aardvark, Will.
Sorry?
It might be an Aardvark, Willie. Baby Peach off the mound, not what the Wilds wanted from their pitching this season. Deep hit by Statler.
I have to blow my
think
nose
the
again.
dimensions of this stadium are working a little bit against the Wilds' defense here. You're not seeing as many of those home run attempts that the Wild's outfield chemistry can really matter for. Instead, it's just all down to the running and fielding, and while Dixie Kong is a fast runner and a good fielder, this is a very deep field. Here comes the train, but she's actually on the safe side of it and is going to be able to get the out.
The Bows retaliate with 3 runs of their own in that inning. I'm scared now of where this game is going to go. Tiny Kong pops it foul at the top of the second for the first pitch. Are we back at the top of the order?
Yes, we are, Willie. Yellow Pianta was the last batter up and is the last batter in their order. Tiny starting it off the same way as before. Hitting to left field, running up to first for a single. Funky Kong up, charging it this time. He's hitting deep.
There's no chemistry in that outfield due to the random nature of it, but it barely stays in.
Wilds were probably hoping for a home run here. They'll take the same setup as before, 2 runners on first, with 2 runners having been up. Diddy Kong, maybe not the best batter for their team. That's going to be a fair catch. Can he make it to first? He cannot.
What could have been bases loaded quickly turns into only runner on third. DK will have to capitalize off it. Knocks it straight into a piranha plant. This could still be caught. No. Knocks over Birdo, but gadgets DK out at second, which means that the run that ran home, I think,
It
won't
still counted, Willie. The ball was in play fairly.
Okay. Had to double check.
DK made it to base, and thus was fine. Chose to keep running, and thus cost his team further chances in the inning, but did not cost his team the score.
What a wild play. A little bit of anger on that will lead to a star pitch that's immediately called out by Gray Shy Guy, but in return caught by Yellow Pianta. Yellow Shy Guy up to bat now.
Very yellow out on the field tonight. Diddy Kong is going to be able to make that run out to that hit in the outfield. 2 outs for the Wilds, but that is the position they found themselves in the previous inning. But not in this one.
What a beautiful catch from Yellow Toad there to give us a true 3 up, 3 out. And the Bows go scoreless. It only took 4 batting teams. I'm not sure what the phrasing is here. It only took 4 half innings for someone to not score a run.
Birdo up at the plate now, the starting pitcher for the Eggs during the tournament. Actually had the most strikeouts of any pitcher in the tournament at 3 across the whole thing. That is not in a single game, that is 3 strikeouts total. This is a very low strikeout rate league.
Baby Peach will knock it straight to Koopa, and that will result in an easy double play to end the inning. And
some disastrous item play, not interfering with the Bows at all, instead tripping up Miku on her run to second.
She's gonna have to talk to her team.
Made it there anyway, but she definitely won't when she's on fire.
I could have sworn I saw her on fire in at least a couple of her songs, but directly affects her here. And
Yes, but did you see her running to second while on fire in those songs?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention close enough, I suppose. Now, I gotta wonder if hot bats will turn cold as both these teams get to know each other a little bit better.
DK probably the never the starter, but probably the most well-known pitcher for the Musicians. Always the reliever whenever Toadsworth needed to step away from the plate. Now stepping up when Baby Peach needs to take her mid-inning nap.
It's the Bows' turn to try to make something happen. Sorry, it's the Wild's turn to try to make something happen at the plate as the Bows have to play defense. Doing pretty decent at keeping the Wilds at bay so far. There's a star pitch from Berto, trips up Pianta.
She's always able to get the batters to swing early on that one, Willie. Fair hit from Yellow Pianta. Magic Koopa chooses to throw it to second instead of risking allowing Pianta to go further than first.
We're gonna see a bunt attempt here. They have the boo item, which can make bunts so deadly. What item will they get on the successful? Bomb-on probably won't be enough, and it will not. Still,
Questionable position from Tiny Kong to go for that bunt with a runner on first.
she does at least make it safe to keep the inning alive. Now, can Funky Kong do anything? 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first. Funky Kong has to do something. He'll knock it out to the field.
Boo is used. It's gonna roll over to the train. Train just passed by, so we don't have to worry about any Bows players getting hit by it today.
That does mean runner on second, runner on third. Diddy Kong knocks it straight to Koopa, and that's the inning. Koopa celebrating, actually doing a play as the second baseman. After letting ball after ball fly straight over his head, he successfully managed to do one play and is immediately seen celebrating in the outfield. Infield? Infield.
Sometimes you gotta take what you can get, just like Funky Kong's about to take this ball and throw it straight to first.
Oh god. You gotta pay attention to when Statler's coming up to plate. At least so you prepare yourself for when he looks at the camera.
Pitch by DK. Strike 1 against Birdo.
Captain has to deal with the opposing captain's star pitch. Knocks through it, but not well enough.
How the POW orb there, because it really is an orb in this game, actually disrupted Statler running to second. Don't think it really changed anything there, but it didn't change anything for the Musicians' defense either. DK up at bat.
I'm going to be very surprised if we don't see any more pop-offs, any more explosive hits for the rest of this game.
Here's Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong. I'm getting mixed up on my own team members now, Willie. Trying to make it happen. DK getting caught in a jam between second and third. Thrown out at third.
Funnily enough, that bobble from King Boo in the outfield turned what would have been a safe single into at least getting DK out as collateral. But
Got a little greedy, could have stayed at second. Miku hits a single.
runner on first, runner on third, only went out. Not too dangerous a position for the Wilds unless Baby Peach knocks it straight to second base for a double play.
Baby
Almost.
Peach rated as one of the weaker batters, but still finding luck with that Royal Rattle right into the right field.
And for the first time in, what, 4 innings? 5 innings? 4 innings. A run is scored for the Wilds. A run is scored at all.
Hit and an early swing by Yellowtoe.
Good hit, though. Will result in loaded bases for whoever's up next for the Wilds. It's Yellow Pianta.
Power hitter. Birdo going for the vortex pitch. Yellow Pianta swings early. Might be trying to use that to get out of this one. Deep hit to right field. It's going to land as a ground ball. Miku's running to home, but doesn't make it in time.
Now we're in
Base
an
is
interesting
still loaded, but
position.
now it's 2 outs.
Tiny Kong, not known as a reliable batter. She just needs to make it through for Funky Kong, who's got a little bit more power to get it. Though a star hit will get caught by King Boo.
The good catch by King Boo. Start hit might have actually worked against her there. Might have added a little too much power. If that had been a ground ball before it reached King Boo, they might have gotten something on it. You had decently fast legs on the bases. Instead, the musicians are back up on the mound, out in the field, and I don't know who that was that just got out.
I also was not looking.
I am less familiar with this Bo's lineup than I am any others.
What a
I
catch from
checked
Piggy
it
Peach.
real quick.
Yeah, she
I
should be
believe-
proud of that one. She's 5 years old. She's like 2 years old, and she's already got the hops of a full-grown player.
That was
A solid hit.
Gray Shy Guy. Gray Shy Guy was the first out of the inning.
Thank you. King Boo, solid hit. We'll at least get a runner on, but I was going to doubt Magic Koopa's ability to turn it into anything, but they'll also score a single. We've got a runner on first and second as Green Drybone stares down Donkey Kong. We don't expect much here, but every additional bit of damage, clean hit out, will get caught by Dixie Kong, though, and that will end the inning.
Diving catch in order to get that one. Those dry bones are threatening. They were some of the only hitting performances we saw from the tournament's Flowers roster. Bo's hoping to make it work in their favor this game, just barely didn't this time due to some excellent fielding by star player Dixie Kong. Funky Kong right to shortstop for an easy out.
The Bows are going to have to hold the Wilds cold in a dangerous part of the batting order. But Diddy Kong follows Funky Kong. Funky Kong grounded out to shortstop. Diddy Kong hits it out to shortstop. Now Donkey Kong don't hit it to shortstop. He won't. He'll hit it high. He'll hit it left. He'll hit it fair. That's a home run.
Oh, hit it out.
For a good single shot.
Out to pass the foul line, but it passed the edge of the park before it did, extending the lead to 4 runs. Donkey Kong, the best batting captain of any in the Winter CPU Classic.
And funnily enough, Dixie Kong immediately hits it to shortstop to end the inning. Hopefully the Wilds will learn something next inning, but in the meantime, the Bows are running out of chances to do damage. If they can just get Donkey Kong tired, maybe they have a shot. But 4 runs is really the furthest you want to bet on it for a long haul game such as this. Blue Shy Guy, main priority right now, just put some pressure on that pitcher, but maybe relieves a little bit of the pressure with a good double play by knocking it straight to second base. Funky Kong throws it to first, 2 outs. Statler tries to do something, copying Donkey Kong a little bit. Left
I
side.
looked at my stat sheet for a second, Willie. I looked at my stat sheet, and when I looked back, there wasn't a ball in play anymore.
Interesting statistics there. Last Wilds at bat, we saw Donkey Kong hit one square, fly out left. This at bat, we see Statler hit one square, fly out right. Those at bats rhymed a little bit. First 2 batters didn't get much luck. Third batter, clean solo shot home run. Fourth batter knocks it to shortstop and the inning ends. It's like history, it rhymes. It's like Star Wars, it rhymes.
First. Line that makes a lot of sense for this musician's lineup.
Ooh.
Boo preventing the Drive Homes from catching that, allowing Miku to run to first with her new hit single.
And Birdo finally starting to tire. One of the most long-lasting pitches in the league faces down Baby Peach as I go get another tissue as Baby Peach has it fouled.
It's going to be the third pitch to Baby Peach. She's going to hit it out towards center field, just a little right. King Boo finds it, throws it to second, but Miku is safe at second, and it gives Baby Peach time to get to first. Another hit out towards center, and another grab by King Boo that isn't able to make it back to the infield in time. Loaded bases with no outs. Birdo's not stepping away from the mound yet, going to use her signature star pitch to get at least one strike onto Pianta. Here's the windup again, no star pitch this time. No windup from Pianta, doesn't matter, puts it into the left field. Miku runs home. Baby Peach to third.
Let me tell you, Silver Lily, I am looking forward to some NyQuil tonight.
You're gonna have some well-deserved rest after this one, Willie. And it will be that Pianta RBI single to bring Birdo off the mound for the game. King Boo up, also a very threatening pitcher. The Bows do have a decent pitching staff on them. But is it decent enough? Right there, that was down to Shy Guy being in the right place for that deep hit by Tiny Kong. Funky's up. He's going to charge it. He's going to find it. It's going deep. It's going high. Birdo's going for the jump and doesn't make it. And a grand slam by Funky Kong, making this a 12-4 game. This is now the highest scoring game in the preseason.
That's what we expect from the Wilds at this point. Oh, King Boo immediately pulled off the mound after that. You gotta last a little bit longer than that, bud.
Would not make it in the MLB, where you have to pitch to a minimum 3 batters. He only made it 2.
Diddy Kong gets caught out, though.
And is actually gonna make it past safe, back safe. Koopa slow on the throw back to Statler at first. Could have had an out. Instead has a single.
And no synergy here. Results in another home run from Donkey Kong. Wait. Who hit that grand slam?
Funky Kong hit the grand slam.
Okay.
Then Diddy hit the weirdest single I've seen in my life. And Donkey Kong hit another home run. Musicians are showing that they still have it. This is their kind of ball game. You don't outslug the musicians.
No one outslugs the musicians after the 5th inning.
Another good single by Dixie Kong. I don't think we've seen her get up at bat and not get onto plate a single time this game. Or get onto base.
On the base.
So a bad choice to run off that single, or off that, not single, off that fly by Miku will lead to a double play and finally end the inning for the Wilds. Bo's going to need to do a lot. They've only got 3 more chances to score. They've got to make up at least 10 runs.
On the promising stars, they knock first 2 batters of the inning are 2 outs. King Boo will have to do something here.
Shy Guys were just shy of making anything happen each time. Deep hit by King Boo is gonna be there in time for the buddy jump to get the out, and that's what the Kong outfield normally looks like.
I really thought that one was gone. Diddy Kong making there literally in the nick of time.
That was a very close one, Willie.
I did not expect Diddy Kong making it there at the same time as the shadow of the ball did. And for that to still be a catch. But, top of the 8th now for the Wilds. And they get to just continue this onslaught onto the Bows.
Baby Peach doesn't quite have the reach of a lot of other batters. Has to really change her position in the batter's box in order to hit some of these further right pitches. It's able to find that one as it curves back in and run to first.
Almost makes me wonder if we have to start putting a step ladder out there for the children who want to play in this league. Yellow Toe, though, proving that he is, in fact, and this is true, not a child. Still just does. Oh my god!
The banana comes in just in time to disrupt one of the easiest fly catches I've ever seen. And suddenly a sure out turns into a single and runners on the corners.
Yellow Beyonce knocks it out squarely. Yellow Shy Guy missing his slide opportunity, and they're going to pull Magic Koopa off the mound.
And that's the hit that Yellow Pianta has shown us several times tonight. Just a slap shot out into left center field. About.
Now, I'm not sure. I think maybe once during the CPU Classic, Dry Bones was put up on the pitcher's mound out of desperation. I don't think it went well for that team. And I expect we'll see the Wilds hit 20 runs before this game is over.
Did manage to get an out on the first batter faced, but is now up against some of that very threatening Kong lineup. Diddy Kong maybe not as much as the other Kongs, but is going to find that single. Who's going to extend it just to make sure?
Oh god, who's up next?
And here's Donkey Kong again.
Far, wherever you are, and I know that ball's out of here.
Grand slam of the game.
Near, far, wherever.
Corner of the outfield wall with home runs this game. I got hit by the train on the way back down. Oh no! Somebody get a medic out there and check and make sure he's. Don't throw him on the. He just got hit by a train!
I really hope my neighbors don't get mad at me for literally yelling at... What time is it? Oh, it's only 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday. It's fine.
My apologies to everyone watching right now. As I regain my composure, I was not prepared for that sequence of events. Dixie Kong.
What, the grand slam or the singing?
Everything, Willie. Everything.
I just saw
the portion of the musicians lineup hits their customary singles. Are we gonna see another one from Baby Peach? The pow block trying to make sure it happens. Miku slides in, Koopa not able to react in time. Bases are loaded again as Yellow Toad steps up to the plate. Misses that swing. Uses some star power on that strike. Hits another one. Slapped out to deep right field. Dixie Kong comes home. Miku comes home. That's another 2 runs for the Wilds as the defense from the Bows is completely falling apart. These are the kind of 2-out rallies that the Wilds love to make happen. They're finally able to end the inning after another 7 runs scored.
The game is not over.
I even called them the Wilds again. I was so lost in that inning.
It's not over. But it is a long, long climb from the Bows. As the Wilds make a statement after just getting second in the CPU Classic tournament. They're making a statement about why they should still be a very, very feared team going into the season as they quickly end the Bows' batting chances.
the Bows will have just one more in this game to score at least 17 to keep them in it. But first, their defense with another pitcher. What's the pitcher count this game, Willie? How many have we gone through?
I can't count that high.
I have also lost track. Where is the ball? Who knows? Okay, the Boo ran out while it was in the pipe. Tiny Kong getting her first double of the preseason. They have to stop the Wilds from scoring more points. A good catch by King Boo off the Funky Kong star hit will help. Here comes Diddy, able to hit the star pitch. Shell's going to disrupt the fielding attempt, and Diddy makes it to first. Bases aren't loaded, but here comes Donkey Kong again.
I'm not
Willie,
saying
what corner of the outfield do you think he's putting it in this time?
straight down the middle.
You were close, and it's not gonna go out this time, but it is going to bring Tiny Kong home.
Dixie up to bat. Keeps applying pressure to this outfield as Diddy Kong runs home with 23 runs. What was the highest scoring game of the CPU Classic?
I believe 21, Willie.
And with no chemistry in the outfield, that's a 3-run shot from Miku to extend this lead to 26-4.
I had lines prepared for this, but they're all gone right now, Willie. They're all gone just as the Bows' chances of winning this game are almost certainly gone.
We're
They
seeing
even
another
have
pitcher.
left to take them out. They do. It's the third Shy Guy in a row.
Well, at least their outfield chemistry won't be affected by these substitutions.
Baby Peach hitting a blessedly easy catch for Koopa at second base will get them their second out. I forgot that was only the second out. Shy Guy completely falling over with the power of that pitch that Yellow Toad so easily slaps up center.
All the Bows need is one more out to end it. But the Wilds, an experienced offensive powerhouse, are not done nailing this ball in exactly the spot it needs to be.
Tiny Kong started the inning back up and is going to end it after the entire round is batted again from the Wilds.
Well, we came into this knowing that the Bows lineup was literally completely random. And
Absolutely, Willie.
we're
Let's
seeing
hope they're going to give their modeler the data he needs in order to randomize a better fielding.
at this point, oh my god, Statler. At this point, all the Wilds need are 2 more outs. They've already got one. A good hit from Statler, but the chemistry in the outfield leads to second out. 1 more out is all we need to walk away from Nighttime Yoshi Park.
And this is... Oh, you go ahead. Oh, I was going to say, this is Donkey Kong's longest outing of his pitching career. Usually he's good for 4 innings, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. He's in his 8th.
Alberto's star hit takes out Funky Kong and keeps the team alive just that little bit longer as she gets a single. And Gray Shy Guy takes the opportunity to come up to bat, show what he's got against a DK star pitch. Wisely watches it go by.
Strikes, honestly, what you want to be doing most of the time against that star pitch.
It's a formidable pitch, and the game ends off a hit to the shortstop, Pianta.
It was a close game near the beginning. 4-0, then 4-3, then 7-3, then 7-4. I believe was the order in which this went. And then it just completely evaporated for that Bose defense. The Wilds putting out their full power. Donkey Kong, the rightful MVP, with 2 grand slams and a 3-run home run. 11 of those 26 points scored off of 3 Donkey Kong hits.
What a wild game. What a game from the Wilds as they're making a statement entering this league proper. And we'll see what the Bows are able to do, what they're able to put together as we approach game day soon. But before that happens, we have our final game of the night, and it's looking to be a bit of a barn burner. We have the returning Monarchs versus, well, what the coaching staff, the ex-coaching staff from the Eggs and the CPU Classic have put together, the Bowser Monsters, on a stadium that might not exist in the main season depending on how this game looks. We're going to Peach Ice Garden in a bit of a test case here to see whether or not this stadium should even be allowed. What?
This is a very interesting story between these two teams because of the history between their captains, not only off the field but on. Bowser was a crucial part of the Monarchs' offense during the CPU Classic. Now here he is heading his own team up against his former captain. Heard there was some drama in the locker room in the offseason that led to this change.
Now, do you think that the Monarchs, who were the winners of the CPU Classic, have the power, the pitching strength, the defensive strength to hold on to that title as we go into our final game of the preseason?
We'll have to see. They did lose Bowser, but they did keep PD Piranha, who was one of their other premier sluggers. They kept their 2 bros that they are now using. Are they in the infield? They are in the infield. This game. Were crucial to their defense and very powerful hitters in their own rights. They've actually taken Toadsworth from the Wild squad and are having Toadsworth as their starting pitcher instead of Peach, hoping to get the 1 or 2 good innings Toadsworth was reliable for, and then switch straight over to their captain almost certainly, who was one of the best pitchers in the league during the tournament. They have some pitching chops. They have some slugging chops. They have some defensive chops. The real question is going to be, do they have enough of it all together alongside that chemistry in order to make it work this season?
Well, we're going to see how Peach Ice Garden, a controversial stadium, works out here. As we go into our final game of the preseason, it's Monsters versus Monarchs.
And I am very sorry, Willie, but I have to step away from the casting booth for just a moment here. I'll be back in like a minute or 2.
Hurry, I need to blow my nose. Beautiful stadium here, Peach Ice Garden. If it doesn't come in its full form, we might see about clearing out some of these ice obstacles and getting it into the rotation anyway. Now, PD Piranha watches the first 2 as Boo makes the debut for the Monsters on the pitching mound. Clean hit from PD Piranha. Notable things about this stadium. It is massive and it is dangerous. You would think that a massive stadium, less home runs, would mean less potential from the offense. But the pure size of this stadium and the risk of that ice in the outfield leads to easy possibilities for triples whenever you're at the bat. PD Piranha making a fine example of that straight off the bat. Boomerang, bro.
And we're back here, Willie, at the casting booth.
Welcome back. I was just explaining that this is a dangerous field for triples. Ice abounds. Hazards abound. This is the reason this field might not see competitive play once the actual season starts, as a clean hit from Hammerbow will bring in PD Piranha and result in a double. Sorry, Boomerang Bow.
Got a very far wall. No home runs possible, but that doesn't mean that deep hits aren't going to mean a lot. As you said, good for triples. It's taking the outfielders a very long time to run out there.
It's very easily possible that this league, or that this field, does not make it to competitive play. This is a trial, if nothing else.
Questionable bunt by Magikoopa is going to lead to an easy out for the Monsters, and a deep foul by the Fire Bro is going to keep them on their toes. Here's another one.
I'm gonna go blow my nose.
The Fire Bro the Bros did have a habit of fouling out a lot in the tournament. My apologies, I had to look away for a moment and I missed what happened while my co-commentator was out. Now, Dark Bones hitting another solid hit out to center. We did see a run scored. I believe Fire Bro was able to find the hit he was wanting in order to bring, I think, the Boomerang Bro home. Now another hit right past second base is going to load the bases. This one's from Toadette. The Monsters really need to find these outs that they're not finding right now. This is a very threatening position to be in with bases loaded, Toad up. We know the Toads have the capability of hitting for power if they can find the right direction. Or sometimes they can just slap it out to left center field. Red Toad misses the dive as Edward Elric struggles to reach for the ball, and two come in off that hit.
We're going to see about this map making it into competitive play. But first, we got to finish this game. As Boo doesn't make it through the first inning before he's taken off the mound for Bowser.
Bowser, the prime Monarchs reliever for the Winter CPU Classic, was the one that would always come up when Peach was tired. Now relieving on his own team under his own name, staring down his former captain and going, "I'm the better pitcher than you."
That'll result in a first inning 4 runs for the Monarchs. Rhyming with the Wild's dominating start to that last game. We'll see if the Monsters are able to do anything against it, but first ball goes straight to the shortstop for an easy out. Second ball off the bat of Magikoopa goes straight to third base for an easy out. This field is dangerous if you hit it to the outside, but you've got to hit it to the outfield.
Let's see if Bowser can do it. One of the best sluggers in the league. But he has to get his bat onto the ball first. Does find it this time, and that's a deep hit. Toadette actually in the right position. Fast, the ice isn't disrupting her positioning, and that fly ball turned out to be a can of corn. Monsters not able to find any of the same success the Monarchs have. Toadsworth up at bat.
Watches the first one. Hits the second one, but straight to second base for an easy out.
PD is their lead-off batter? Willie?
Yes.
All right.
We're back to the top of the Monarchs after a devastating first inning. PD definitely has the power for it.
Swings early on that bullet bill. Another one where everyone swings early at that one. Ooh, some rough positioning. Ice making it difficult for the fielding from the Monsters to turn and catch the ball in time.
Boomerang Bow knocks it high out. Red Toad in position to catch this, but Fire doesn't quite disrupt him, but will stop him from getting any pressure on PD Piranha in the infield. It's 2 outs as Bowser stares down Magic Koopa. Magic Koopa nails that easy up the middle hit for a good single, and the inning stays alive for the Monarchs. Firebow, dangerous batter, early charge. Opts to watch the first one, but still early charge on the second. What resulted much as it goes straight to second base, that Red Koopa, for an out to end the inning.
Monsters defense finding their footing, stopping the slide, keeping the Monarchs that had a very explosive first inning to 0 points in the second. Can they find any of their own?
Boy, I hope this doesn't look too much like that last game. Otherwise, the Monsters are not going to have a great preseason. Edward Elric up to bat against Toadsworth.
Well, in a way, it already doesn't look like that last game, but in a way, that's not great for the Monsters, because the Bows were able to score 3 and run off the starting pitcher of the Musicians in the first inning. Edward Elric going for an inside the park home run off of a deep hit and some good item play.
Just not stopped. That man tears around the park as Red Pianta doesn't have the speed to try to replicate that, but does have the power to at least hit it out to right field and get safely onto first base. Red Toad now tries to knock it past Peach, and does
so successfully. Red Pianta running to third. Red Toad all the way to second. Great double. Red Critter up for this RBI chance.
The most dangerous critter in the game, at least at the bat, and proves it with a star hit placed beautifully. That'll allow at least Red Pianta and Red Toad to get home. The question now is how much will Red Critter get out of it? Just a double. Which, you can only say just a double on this map. Which is almost why I want to keep it unbanned. But we'll see how it goes. Thermite.
It looked a little rough early, but it seems like the game's slowing down just a little bit. Speaking of slowing down a little bit, Toadsworth stepping off the mound, letting Peach take her spot.
Star hit from Thermite. Again, that crucial spot. Red Critter's going home. I think he'll be caught out. No, he barely makes it home in time. That was a close play. That was a hell of a risk. A couple steps slower.
That would have almost certainly been a foul onto Darkbones, that catcher for the Monarchs. This game doesn't have that kind of foul. The only foul is the foul line and hitting it outside of it.
Something that I'm sure Bowser is going to be very proud of his team for exploiting, as Boo keeps up this offensive pressure, hitting a nice single, runner on first and second as Red Magic Koopa, again, I believe the strongest batting Magic Koopa, which isn't saying much, comes up to the plate. They're going to try to set something up for Bowser next, presuming they don't cause a nice double play here, which they won't, with a nice pop out to the outfield. Another run batted in, as a couple of delays in the outfield lead to Thermite managing to make it home. Bowser coming up to the plate. Now this is where we have to ask something. How much is the stadium going to affect heavy sluggers? You would expect sluggers like Bowser, like DK, like K-Rool to make a mess in situations like this, but doesn't matter much when Peach successfully keeps it contained. Bowser hits a ground ball to Boomerang Bro, and that's a nice easy out. Quick hit to Fire Bro at shortstop, and the inning's over. That's still a 6-run inning for the Monsters as they take a 2-run lead. For a fraction of a second, I worried to myself, did I turn on items this game? Before remembering that inning ended with item usage. Darkbow tries to hit it out. What's up?
Smart decision by Bowser or by Monsters management to not put Edward Elric at shortstop. I think he would have taken it as a personal insult.
Fair play. And a good hit by Toadette. Well placed. That line is something we're going to have to track in any game played in this stadium. That line between center field and left field.
It's the sheer dimensions of this stadium seem to make fielding that much more difficult. The players have to be more spread out, there are more gaps in between them, and when they do go running for the ball, they have to try not to slip on the ice. That's going to be a strikeout from Bowser, the first of the preseason.
First of the
Using
league?
up star pitches to get early swings to make it happen.
Well, not first of the league, I guess the CPU Classic counts. And Peach will hit straight to Red Koopa for a nice out. We're going back to the Monsters batting as they try to extend this devastating lead that they have. Extend this small lead that they have.
Fairly small lead right now, could get devastating after this inning. Edward Elric popping it just over the head of Boomerang Bro. Boomerang Bro doesn't want to see it go over, wants to see it go past because he's really good at getting those catches when they're on at his height. Good catch by Toadsworth in the right field to prevent Red Pianta from really doing much.
Red Toad now. Gonna try to make something happen. Would have if he was a little bit more accurate, but he'll take a foul. I'm curious to see if any of these batters will actually manage to hit a home run in this contest. Instead, a high ball to right results in an easy catch for Toadsworth.
Is there somewhere a home run can be hit on this field, Willie?
Sure, out. You hit
Because
it
we
far.
did inside the park home run from Edward Elric. I am stumbling all over his name today. Edward Elric earlier in this game.
Technically, it's possible. You hit that ball with enough power, it could always go past that back line, but you would need to destroy it. Red Critter taking a little bit of advantage here.
Maybe not the right play as he gets out to end the inning for the Monsters. And it seems as though this game might have stabilized, our first scoreless inning for both teams.
Well, the Monsters will be happy about that, though I'm sure Bowser had some words for Red Critter. And, oh, I see a small fire in the dugout. That's probably fine. I don't think it will melt the field. And I don't think playing in a swimming pool will necessarily be any more difficult for these players.
Petey Piranha charging up early, calling his shot. It's a deep one, right into the outfield. The ice disrupting Red Toad's charge. Struggles a little bit to get it off of that wall bounce, and Toadsworth's gonna run home off of that hit. Petey Piranha with that triple.
You gotta wonder, on most other fields, that would have just been out of the park, assuming that...
That would have been a 2-run home run, assuming no chemistry.
No, there's chemistry in the outfield, so there are questions about whether or not it would have been a home run or a catch, but at least on this field, it turned into a triple.
Makes me wonder, as the musician's home commentator, whether it's going to be a good park for them or a bad one. They've got the bats to make the deep fields work well for them, but they also rely on that Kong chemistry for their outfield.
If
If
the coaches vote to even keep this field legal after the preseason. Which is technically news, I know, but this was definitely a questionable field in terms of whether or not it was legal for the season.
Right now, I'm seeing it be disruptive, but it is evenly disruptive, Willie.
A good bunt-boo combo will result in a safety for Magic Koopa. If you get a boo on those bunts, they can turn devastatingly efficient. Fireball now with a chance to make some damage happen.
Bowser being very smart with his positioning on those pitches. Firebro still going to find the hit with 2 strikes in order to prevent the out.
In a situation I did not expect to happen on this field. That's a clean single leading to bases loaded that Bowser has to scoop his way out of. Dark Bones hits it high. There are 2 outs. There's no chemistry leading to no items. Dark Bones won't do much. Really? Can Toadette capitalize on the loaded bases? Looks like she will. With a good hit out to right field.
Going to make it happen. 1 comes home. 2 comes home. Toadette goes back to first. Firebro stays at third.
And Bowser starting to tire early as well. This is limping through the lineup for the Monsters pitchers, thankfully. They sub in Red Magic Koopa from behind the plate, meaning Bowser's behind the plate, meaning that his low speed won't affect much out here. And pitcher's blessing.
Excellent double play turned by the Red Koopa is going to get them out of the rest of that inning. It was a nasty one for them. The Monarchs doubling their score in this game and turning a 2-run deficit into a 2-run lead.
Was Red Koopa tired after only 1 pitcher or 1 batter? He looked very disappointed. And, well, the whole team's going to be disappointed as that hit ball goes straight to shortstop for an easy double play to clear the bases for the Monsters. They're now facing a 2-run deficit as Red Magic Koopa, the pitcher, comes up to the for the
right
team.
Into that left center field where you want it. Late shell, no item use at all there. But still running all the way to second. Bowser going for the star hit, scattering some fire, which will disrupt Boomerang Bro at shortstop. Running to second. Does he run to third? Does run to third. Toadette throwing to second base. Bowser's already at third, and Red Magic Koopa has come home. Deficit cut to 1.
Smart use. Smart use of that star hit from Bowser. Tires out Peach on the mound earlier than we expect her to get. The Monsters are only behind by 1 as Red Magic Koopa is gonna see if he can make something happen.
And I think that might be the true effect of this stadium, Willie. It's not even really on the fielding, it's in how many batters are able to make it to base safely. Maybe they don't always score, maybe these are similar scoring games as to what we've seen in about the mid-range from the CPU Classic so far. Could get a lot higher, especially as what matters is the pitchers face more batters, they tire out. And as they tire out, the team moves deeper into their bullpen, deeper into their reserves. Peach is sitting down. Who's coming up? It's Magic Koopa. We've got Magic Koopas pitching for each team now. And as they move further into reserves, it might fall apart like the bows, and that might just be what this field makes happen. Boomerang Bro showing why he's a great second baseman with that boomerang catch.
We're tied at the end of the 4th as I go to blow my nose one more time.
Red Magic Koopa pitching for Peach. Good discipline there. Doesn't swing at the easy ball. Does swing that one. It was over the plate, and she's going to find a single off of it. Woodsworth up at bat. Another hit, this time right to second base. Going to go to the shortstop who had moved to second base. in order to get that out, and then right back over to first for the double play. Peach's decent hit erased by Magic Koopa's poor one. Petey sending it right out to Edward Elric in the left field.
We'll finally see another scoreless inning. At least at a... it almost feels weird to say, but it's definitely at a lower rate than some of these other stadiums that we've seen. Red Pianta will hit a hard ball out. Petey Pianta not able to get a grip on that one in his pedals.
This might just be a harder stadium to evaluate off of one game. The different team compositions matter a lot here. These are both teams that have a mix of slugging and slapping and weak hits. So they're getting the full range of work, but we don't know how it will affect other teams.
Well, for right now, Red Critter hits it high out. Well, one thing we can agree on, there's almost no world where a home run gets hit on this stadium. That is something, at least, not unique to this stadium, regardless as to whether or not it passes muster. The Bowser stadiums, again, newly added after they were not in the CPU Classic, equally as big, will lead to just as defensive games. But whereas the Bowser stadiums will lead to fields where it's hard for the offense to score, the big field here is not causing the offense that much trouble as the defense struggles to get their gloves on the ball. This is an interesting ball game. This is an interesting dynamic. Can they even get under that fly?
First into that one. Pow block does not come out in time to disrupt the catch. Does throw off Toad's balance.
And a clean hit up the middle, followed by a good shell. Well, Magic Koopa was safe on base anyway. That just felt like bullying. Speaking of bullying, Firebro will hit it straight out to that Toad, but he'll get a good grip on it this time.
Dark Bones up at bat. One of the better hitters for the Flowers in the tournament. No longer on the Flowers, now with the Monarchs, hitting right out to Red Pianta at shortstop.
This is a terrifyingly close game going into the bottom of the sixth. Monsters are with the initiative at the top of their order to make something happen, but Boo won't make anything happen. Red Magic Koopa, the savior on defense for the Monsters, gonna have to try something here.
Doesn't look like he's going to, Willie.
Nothing of value.
First 2 strikeouts of the season in the preseason.
Maybe that ice in the batter's box causing a little bit of cold feet on the batters themselves as Bowser secures a single at least. I don't expect much to come from it. Red Koopa, not a bad batter, but gonna have to see if he can make anything happen here. But no, it'll be a clean hit to second base. Boomerang Bro makes the easy toss to Petey Piranha. It's another scoreless inning. We are still tied at 8-8 going into inning number 7. Toadette now. Gonna have to see if she has the power to take advantage of the stadium. No, quite the laser from Red Pianta to make sure she doesn't even get halfway to first base. Blue Toad now doesn't make the same mistake, knocks it out to right field, and will get at least on first. The captain, Peach, gonna try to capitalize off this, but I don't think she will, as Pianta and Red Koopa turn the double play. That's another scoreless inning.
Something we've seen a lot from that Monster squad. The double play from Red Koopa and Red Pianta.
Credit to both these teams as they feel out not only this preseason, not only their new teammates, but also this field as they adjust the defenses for both teams really come alive.
As I said before, that's that classic bro catch. Scooping up a catch they might not have gotten otherwise, bringing it right into their glove and sending it right over to first. Was ultimately a ground ball instead of a fly out, but it didn't matter. Edward Elric not able to make the run over to first in time. Pianta swings on the 2-1 count, and it's a fair ball. Pianta able to get to first.
Well, now, Magic Koopa will have plenty of times to ice this inning. Pun not intended, but appreciated. Before that happens, only one out right now, but Red Toad, not known for being a power hitter, knocks it straight to Toadsworth in right field, and 2 outs, 1 runner on first. We've seen triples here before to reopen the scoreboard. Will Red Critter be able to do anything? He knocks it out far.
Toadette already in a good position. Ice changes directions right before it might have stopped her. Pow Block comes out late. Knocks them both down, but after the monsters have already been put away by the catch.
That is 3 scoreless innings in a row on a field we assumed would be devastating the scoreboard.
I think maybe it just took the teams a little time to get their ice legs. Both defenses have been top-notch for these last few innings.
Oh, but Petey Piranha looks to open it up with a solid hit straight out to the field. Elric will need to laser it in, and, well, he throws it in fast enough for Petey Piranha to at least stay on second, but with Boomerang Bro, this looks like where the scoreboard should get opened up. He knocks it straight out to Red Toad, who makes an amazing catch, actually. Well, good catch. Magic Koopa now needs to capitalize off the opportunity that Petey Piranha has given him. Oh, so we're going to keep this score low. A boo will finally do it. Petey Piranha will be able to run it in. Magic Koopa might go for third here. Does. Will easily get there safely. That's a triple for Magic Koopa with some great ball placement.
Right now we're seeing one of the core differences between these two defensive squads. Every hit that's gone out to left field for the Monsters, Toadette's been a lot closer to catching. Blue Toad and Toadette working together have been a lot closer to catching than Red Toad and Edward Elric are for the left field hits from the Monarchs.
Red Magic Koopa starting to tire. Not great for the Monsters. Not sure who their reliever is after Magic Koopa starts to tire, but surely can't be good on this field. Koopa needs to end this inning now. Dark Bones will knock it out to Red Toad in the outfield for a good single. Runner on first, runner on second, Toadette up. Hopefully someone you would hope you could end the inning on. Let's see if Red Magic Koopa is able to hang on.
Toadette trying to make sure it doesn't happen, but Red Toad's in position, gets the out right before the fire comes in, and lights his pants up. Once again, Monarchs finding a score after 3 scoreless, but it's only 2 points this time. Monsters have shown they're very capable of making up and retaking that lead.
The Monsters at that one batter who has to hit without any chemistry. Thermite knocks it to Boomerang Bro for the first out of the inning. Boo now, top of the order. Top of the order, not a strong position necessarily for the Monsters. Boo and Magic Koopa are not known for being heavy sluggers. But Boo still hits it clean out to left field for a single. As Magic Koopa on the mound starts to tire while Red Magic Koopa comes up to bat.
Who do you think the reserve is for each of these teams after the Magic Koopas, Willie?
That's a hard one. I would expect one of the Bros to come up for the Monarchs. For the Monsters, maybe long shot Red Toad? Maybe?
Alright.
Two runners on, first and second, only one out. The Captain Bowser. Good hit here. Could
Might be able to make
really...
it happen. Hits it off of the pitch. It's a fair ball. It's an out at second. Red Magic Koopa not able to make it to first in time.
Now it's up to Red Koopa to nail a batter home for the Monsters for the first time in a while, but Firebro makes the catch, gets the throw, and with a 2-run lead, the Monarchs head into the 9th inning.
Is able to get it before the runner on third was able to make it home. So they won't even get 1 point off of that inning.
Red Magic Koopa just looking to finish this game. Gets
Red
weak
Koopa.
contact from Blue Toad.
One of that. Sorry.
Sorry?
That was just amending my statement from the previous inning. Peach finding a hit to deep left center field. Only able to turn it into a single. We're gonna see who the replacement batter is. Or pitcher. It's Thermite.
Now that does make for some risky business in right field for the Monsters. Not that it'll come into play unless we see extras, because the hit goes straight to second base for an easy catch. Turns throws it to first for the double play. The Monsters need 2 runs to tie it, 3 runs to take the win. As Edward Elliott comes up to plate, he watches the first one go by. This is doable for the Monsters, especially on this stadium. But Elric is gonna need to swing.
Is he gonna be out looking? He's looking for it this time. Finds the hit. Can Toadsworth make the run in time? Not if he's encased in ice. And that's gonna be crucial. Doesn't have the throwing speed. Does have the throwing speed to make Edward not go for third. He was thinking about it. Turned around. RBI chance on the red Pianta.
And we're gonna see the pitching substitution
from the Monarchs to put Firebro on the mound. So you were correct in this guess, Willie. Firebro, not well rated as a pitcher. Pianta's going to take immediate advantage. Toadette is fast, might make it out there in time, is actually going to, but drops it, or almost drops it, throws it over to Toad. Allows Red Pianta to get the double on what could have been an easy out due to that banana interference.
Toadette played scared there, and it resulted in...
Steal attempt by Edward Elric. He's going to make it home. Edward Elric just stole home. He was running before the ball was hit. He was halfway to home by the time it reached the Toad's bat.
I don't know if that counts as a steal, but in my heart it's a steal as Red Critter locks this one. It is a 1-run game. Red Critter just needs a single to bring Red Pianta home, and the Monsters are safe from losing this game for right now at least. That will be a single. It's a tie game.
I have to imagine the Edward steal attempt surprised Red Toad a little bit too, because the hit there was very weak. It almost felt like a bunt, but I don't think that was intentional. Very lucky that the catcher did not recover and make it back to first in time. Have to imagine the ice contributed in a little way there.
Is the game over? Red Critter's running home. Toadette tries to throw it in. It won't get there in time. Thermite seals the game with a triple to bring Red Critter home, and with a final score of 10-11, the Monsters beat the Monarchs at Peach Ice Garden. What a weird, fascinating game to watch.
Very, very close one. Team meshed with both teams, aided both teams in equal capacity. And it seems like those squads, at least on this field, were very equal to each other.
Now, who will take home the MVP?
Looks like it's going to go to Thermite for that game-winning walk-off triple.
I would say decently deserved. I would say maybe I would have loved to see Red Magic Koopa for that amazing turnaround on the defense.
I think Edward could have been a solid pick this game with the one inside the park home run and that steal attempt made towards home. Maybe not the most valuable player, but definitely the most flashy player this game.
Quick question for you, Silver Lily. What do you think of Peach Ice Garden as a stadium?
I don't know, Willie. It definitely wreaked havoc on the defenses for both teams, but you could see that some of them were a little bit better at adapting to it than others. Just depending on where they hit the ball to. It did not mess much with infield hits. Those strong infielders really make a difference here. It's the outfield that really struggled. Especially the left field for the Monsters, even though they won the game, every time the Monarchs scored, it felt like they were hitting it deep left center, somewhere around there.
Well, at this point, thank you everyone for joining us for the Galaxy League preseason. I'm going to send you off because I'm going to drink some NyQuil and go pass out. We're gonna go raid Will. Will recognize Will. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you everyone who stuck around after the raid. And I will see you Wednesday for the beginning of the season? Question mark? Maybe next weekend. We'll see how it. Anything you want to say before we go, Sylvie?
Just want to wish my co-commentator a restful night of sleep and that he's feeling better in the morning. You really put in a lot of work today, and we're very proud of you. Please take care of yourself over the next several days. I'd like to be able to commentate with you in the future, and I can't do that if you don't have a voice anymore.
No.
Well,